When it comes to sales, what's one thing that you could be doing that's hurting your process and costing you deals? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, one of the things that I see when I write with salespeople and they struggle with is they count the commission in their head before the deal is closed. And so whether it's a fat deal and it's on its way to a skinny deal, in their mind, they start going, this is a skinny deal. If I go down this path, I'm not going to close it. I'm not going to make any money. And here's the thing. A lot of companies who have bonus structures, they put some of the structures in place so just in case it is a skinny deal, you may not get paid on this one, but you get paid on that one. And I'm not a huge fan of closing a skinny deal, but here is what happens. Here's the real thing that you need to know. Closing a sale is the second greatest feeling in the world. You pick the first. And let's just say you sell a couple of skinny deals. The euphoria that you get here in your gut and your brain is better than not closing a deal. And I have salespeople tell me in the world of in-home sales, if I can't get a 10% commission, I'm not going to sell it. They could have had the buyer at 8. They could have had the buyer at 6. They could have had the buyer at 4. But for whatever reason, they're like, I just don't want to do it and I'm not going to. And that stubbornness is something that hurts salespeople. And every time that I work with a salesperson like this in their career, year over year, they've probably left between $40,000 and $50,000 of commissions on the table because they only want to sell one way, which is their way, and they don't want to give up any of their commission, which is a completely greedy structure, and you're going to lose. Now, on the other end, I do see some companies that take advantage of salespeople, and they don't do the right thing, and they don't pay them the right way, and they're like, hey, just take a mini on this. Like, there should be some sort of bonus structure to entice you as a salesperson to get you to move forward and close that deal. So on the back end, that you get paid, that you're just not doing work for free. But I will promise you this, that if you're sitting in a sales call, this is a huge form of self-sabotage. If you're sitting in a sales call and you're calculating how much you're going to get paid on the deal before the ink is signed, there's a problem. Now, I'm not saying go negative. I'm not saying to give stuff away for free. But if your main concern is I'm not going to make any money, then you've already lost because you're not going to put in the work, the energy, or the effort at the end to close the deal, to get the euphoria, to go to the next deal. Does that make sense? So agree with me or disagree with me. Put your conversation, put your question, your comment in the box down below. We can talk about it, right? There's plenty of salespeople who walk over plenty of dollars every day because in their mind, it's not worth it for them to take a little bit less commission. Now, there is a fine balance here because there's a point where you got to go, the company's losing money and this isn't going to be a good structure, or there's a point where you got to go talk to a manager, okay? So anywhere there's a yin, there's a yang. There's a pendulum. It goes back both ways. But if the only thing you're thinking about, I promise you this, if the only thing you're thinking about in a deal is how much money am I going to make, there's a problem because, one, that means you're desperate, and if you're desperate in a sales call, desperation's a stinky cologne, it's going to cost you. Now, if you've never been here before, you got one thing to do. I promise you just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.